Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the said-to-be Gov Gymnasium, the 2019 68th Annual Salem Invitational Tournament. My name is Bruce Dickey. You're watching on Wabash Catch TV. Should be an outstanding tournament. We'll be bringing you basically the whole thing, as this first game features the East St. Louis Flyers versus the Triad Knights. Should be just an outstanding basketball game, as East St. Louis comes in with a record of 13-5. They are 6-1 in the Southwestern Conference, and the Triad Knights, they're at 8-10. Overall, 2-3 in the Mississippi Valley Conference. One of the outstanding features of this Salem Invitational Tournament, it's the wide variety of teams, the quality teams that are in here each season, and this year is just like all the rest of them, all the other 58, a fine assemblage of basketball teams here. This first game, it's East St. Louis versus Triad. Will be followed up tonight, Mount Vernon, the Rams taking on the Effingham Flaming Hearts. And that'll finish the action of night one, as this is, of course, a bracketed tournament. You bracket down on the championship side and the consolation side. Thursday night, it'll feature the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes at 6:30. This same time tomorrow night against the Centralia Orphans. And that'll be followed by the homestanding Salem Wildcats taking on Thornton Fractional North, making the long drive down from Chicago area. Calumet City, as a matter of fact, where that high school is. So, yeah, strap in, get ready for what should be an outstanding weekend of basketball, as these disparate teams take on each other. Talking about disparate squads, the East St. Louis Flyers in at 13-5. They are ranked in the state in Class 3A at ranked number 5 by some reckonings that I've seen. And they feature a boatload of talent, a ton of talent, as Terrence Hargrove is 6 feet 7 inches tall, and he has signed for the St. Louis University. He'll be a Billiken next year, and he will. He's not the only one being the only player for East St. Louis being looked at for Division I, the Division I potential. As well, there are 2 or 3 others on the squad that are really getting some looks, but Terrence Hargrove at 6 feet 7 inches tall. Oh, that's just a Division I body in Atlantic 10 Conference. Not quite Power 5, but Atlantic 10 probably, if you would count the conferences in the major college basketball, the Atlantic 10, you got to figure is in the top 7 or 8 conferences. And the East St. Louis Flyers, under head coach Mark Chambers, they are a big team. They go 6'7", 6'8", as well as 6'5", another 6'7", 6'4", 6'4", 6'4". Very large squad, the Flyers. They'll take on the Triad Knights under head coach Josh Hunt. Coach Hunt brings in his Knights from the Mississippi Valley Conference. Their last 5 ball games, they've been struggling a little bit. They got off to a pretty good start this year, got to an 8-6 record, but they went to that Freeburg tournament and had some trouble out there at the Freeburg tournament, losing to Freeburg in Columbia in that tournament. Since that tournament has ended, they lost to Jersey at Jerseyville 61-54, and then last weekend, I guess it's earlier this week as a matter of fact, took on Lindbergh in St. Louis. St. Louis Lindbergh lost 60-43, and Triad comes in averaging 52 points a game, giving up 54. The Flyers, they like to put up some points. They average 64 and give up 55. So they don't mind giving up that many points, but they want to just make sure they outscore, as they come in with winning 4 out of their last 5 ball games. Most recently went to St. Louis and knocked off Vashon 64-58. They have a win over Alton in conference, in the Southwestern Conference, as they beat Alton 58-51. Went up north, lost to Bloomington by 13 points, 76-63 recently, and then also they have wins over Granite City 77-58, and they beat Edwardsville by 8 points. Of course, Edwardsville, a long time participant in this tournament, as they won as recently as 2017. Of course, that was the Edwardsville squad that featured Mark Smith, who has had kind of a checkered college career. He's played pretty well. He was at Illinois last season, and now he's at Missouri this season. But the Mark Smith was the MVP 2 years ago for Edwardsville. Last year, it was for the Centralia Orphans, Javon Williams Jr., who was the MVP, and Centralia an outstanding season last year, defeating the Edwardsville Tigers in the final. Edwardsville took second place their last two trips here. Centralia winning in the final both of the last 2 times. How you doing? As they knocked off Edwardsville. Charleston, as a matter of fact, were also in last season's tournament. They are not here this year. They took third place last season, Mount Vernon in fourth. So yeah, two of the top 4 from last season not here again this year, but it's an outstanding tournament as the folks here at Salem have outdone themselves in finding quality replacements. Tonight it's East St. Louis Triad, and they'll be followed up by Mount Vernon versus Effingham. The Rams in with a solid record on the season. Effingham has seen a bit of a change over the course of the year, but they are going to be sure, they're on a nice run as they've won 6 out of their last 8 games. That one coming up after this one. And we'll be back with the starting lineups and plenty more here from the Salem Invitational Tournament after these words.
It won't always be new. It won't always be clean. It won't always be flawless. But it'll always be yours. So how do you know it'll be protected? To solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help. With auto insurance.
See me, Alex Atwood, in Sisney for your insurance and financial needs.
When you build with Morton Buildings, you build something that lasts. And now you can build for less during Building Value Days. If you're dreaming of a personal storage building, horse barn, farm storage, home, office, insulated workshop, or even a commercial facility, take advantage of our discounted pricing on new buildings now through February 28, 2019. So don't delay. Visit mortonbuildings.com for more information.
Have heavy rains done a number to your driveway and walkway? Call the Driveway Doctor, Jeremy Carter at Carter Trucking in Fairfield. The Driveway Doctor will make a house call, determine the pothole prognosis, and cure your ailing driveway and walkway. Carter Trucking prescribes riprap, sand, pea gravel, white rock, river rock, decorative rock, mulch, and more. Need dirt, grain, or even equipment hauled? Just call 842-2022 for delivery in Clay and surrounding counties. From Carter Trucking on Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Going beyond the expected. It's what they do at Pekin Insurance, and it's been their way of doing business since 1921. It's service that goes the extra mile, and product that provides the flexibility to meet all of today's insurance needs and tomorrow's as well. Stop by and see the agents at North Wayne Insurance Agency in downtown Flora and Sisney. They will provide the financial protection and peace of mind that you need and deserve. North Wayne Insurance in Pekin, beyond the expected.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
Life is made up of moments. We care about those moments as much as you do. We are Modern Woodmen, a fraternal financial services organization, member-owned, not stockholder-run. Since 1883, we've supported families, strengthened communities, and helped people reach their financial goals. From protection to saving to retirement planning, let us help you plan for those special moments in your life.
For career opportunities or financial planning, call me, Justin Harness, your local Modern Woodman representative.
With over 90 years of combined automotive repair experience, Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They are your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. For your convenience, call 665-3666 for free local pickup and delivery, because at Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Come see my daddy with some wood.
Country Roads Realty goes the extra mile to take you home. Managing broker Jessica McCleary, along with Terry Weedman and Judy Reed, bring commitment, integrity, and results, as well as 21st century technology to the business of real estate. Virtual house tours are always open at countryroadsrealty.net. Call Country Roads Realty at 842-SOLD and give Country Roads the chance to earn your business and add you to their long list of satisfied clients.
Are you looking to start a DIY project or new home construction? Come see us at Zinc Building Center. We can help with interior, exterior, and commercial doors. Need some new siding? Whether it be vinyl, stone, or cedar shake, we can help. How about roofing? Call us for a free estimate on a metal or shingled roof. We also deal in lumber, cabinetry, paint, plumbing, and electrical. Stop by and see us on Route 45 in Louisville.
Come see us.
And welcome back here to the Salem Invitational Tournament. Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We're about a minute and a half away from the Triad Knights versus the East St. Louis Flyers. Kind of interesting that these two squads have to travel this far to play each other, but that's just kind of how tournaments work. As East St. Louis from Triad, with Triad's in Troy, Illinois. East St. Louis from Triad would be about, I'm guessing about 20 miles maybe, 20, 25 miles. But the Flyers, of course, last season, tough, good year, but a tough finish for the Flyers. They defeated in the sectional final by Marion, and you know, they're itching to get back to that level, get back to that point, as the Marion Wildcats beat them in an overtime ball game. Marion kind of slowed things down. East St. Louis likes to move, and Marion slowed things down, and it made things very difficult for the Flyers. Able to get to overtime, but unable to pull it out against the Marion Wildcats last year in that sectional. And Coach Chambers, Mark Chambers, the head coach of East St. Louis, kind of hopes he has a team that can get back there. Coach Hunt of the Triad Knights feels the same way. Triad is going to be in the black jerseys tonight. And they will be sending out, they're going to start with the national anthem here, and we'll have the national anthem right now. How about that beautiful job on our national anthem? I didn't catch the young lady singing it, but my heavens, that was a gorgeous job. Hopefully she'll be doing it again over the course of the week. As the Triad Knights get set to come out, they are in their road black uniforms. And they're going to have a size issue to deal with East St. Louis, because Triad's going to have, they've got a one starter under 6 feet, and from then on it's 6 feet, 6'1", 6'1", 6'2", and 6'4". First guard is Nate Winslow for Triad. He's a 6'4" junior. Be joined in the backcourt by senior Jonah Ogden. He's 6 feet 1 inches tall. Luke Cox, the tallest player on the court. Well, the second tallest player on the court for Triad. Where's number 4? He is a junior. Joined by Michael Tentis, also a junior, 6 feet 2 inches tall. And Sam Yeager, a sophomore, at 5 feet 9 inches tall. Again, the Triad Knights under head coach Josh Hunt. 6'4", 6'1", 6'3", 6'2", 5'9". And they have 3 juniors, a sophomore, and a senior. Richard Robinson starts for the East St. Louis Flyers.
A 6-foot senior number 10, Cornelius LaFleur.
Cornelius LaFleur, 6 foot senior. And there's Terrence Hargrove. He is tremendously thin, but he's quite tall at 6 feet 7 inches tall. And the East St. Louis Flyers will present all kinds of problems for the Triad Knights tonight, as the Flyers, again, under head coach Mark Chambers, in with a record of 13-5, 8-10. Winner plays Friday night against the winner of Mount Vernon and Effingham, and the loser falls under the consolation side of the bracket, where they will take on the loser of Mount Vernon and Effingham on Saturday morning at 11:30. Good crew of officials here tonight. Luke Smith along with Skip Dillon and Jason Wagner over there on the far end, as we're just about ready to get the basketball thrown up into the air. Of course, Jason refereed under the tutelage of his father, Jim, who has been a long-term official here in Southern Illinois. Richard Robinson will jump it up for East St. Louis, and he'll go against Jashawn Anderson, and the tip is won by Triad. Michael Tennis will get it across to Jonah Ogden as we are underway. Triad with the first possession of the game. Ball goes down, intended for Sam Yeager, and it's bounced out of bounds. It will go to the East St. Louis Flyers for their first possession of the night. Elijah Rice along in the starting lineup with Cornelius LaFleur. As the pass goes down low, intended for Jay-Sean Anderson, it gets out of bounds. Turnovers for both teams. And we're off to a little bit of a sloppy start. Long pass up ahead to Jonah Ogden. Fires it outside. Fake three, and a bump is going to be called against Terrence Hargrove. First foul of the ball game. And they got Terrence up into the air. And boy, Triad would like to see Terrence Hargrove get into foul trouble. Sam Yeager will drive into the lane, gets it back outside. Jumper from 16 is good for Nate Winslow. Triad with the first points of the evening. Jay-Sean Anderson gets it over. Three on the way for the Flyers is good for Cornelius LaFleur. And gives the Flyers the opportunity to set up their press. There's a steal taken away in the corner by Elijah Rice, and the ball's knocked away. But three trips with the basketball for Triad and 2 turnovers. Hargrove has it in the corner, and that ball stolen right back by Cox. He heads to the hole, puts it up, and it rolls off. Rebound taken down by LaFleur. And he has it knocked away by Cox. Able to gather to Hargrove for 3. It's good. Terrence Hargrove hits the second three-pointer of the game, and timeout quickly taken by Triad's coach Josh Hunt. It is 6-2. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Dan's Electro-Electric in Flora, Fairfield, and Noble is always ready to help you, whether the days and nights are frosty and cold or hot and humid. As a supplier and servicer of all major HVAC brands, Dan's experienced and licensed technicians are ready to get to work for you. Take care of your interior comfort with affordable heating, cooling, electrical, geothermal, and generator systems with reliable customer service from Dan's Electro-Electric.
And welcome back here to Salem High School, Salem Community High School, home of the Wildcats, B.E. Gum Gymnasium. Quick timeout taken by Josh Hunt as he wants to help his squad figure out how to beat this pressure, especially with big Terrence Hargrove at the top of that 1-3-1 press. The Knights get it across. A 3 is on the way, and off the front iron. Long rebound gathered by Sam Yeager. Triad will try it again. Again, Triad in the black uniforms. The Flyers for St. Louis in their whites. On the nice drive to the hoop, and the shot is blocked out of there by Richard Robinson. Sam Yeager, the 5'9" sophomore, and it's slapped away by the 6'7" senior. Richard Robinson, really long arms, covers that lane like a glove. And there's a steal by Robinson as he tips it to Elijah Rice heading to the hoop. Misses the layup, but he is fouled on the way in, and it'll go against Triad. Jonah Ogden picks up the first team foul for Triad tonight. As heading to the line is Elijah Rice. Elijah, 6'3" senior, hits the first, bumps it to a 5-point depth or 5-point bulge for St. Louis. Hit them both. Good start for the Flyers. Long pass up court, gathered by Tennis. Now outside, 3 on the way from Winslow, bounces off the iron. Rebound grabbed down by Jay-Sean Anderson. Long pass ahead. LaFleur gets it into the corner. Back to LaFleur. Around the horn, long 3 on the way from Anderson. It's too strong. Rebound comes to Rice. Around. He got around Winslow, but with the help of a little bit of traveling. So it will be Triad basketball underneath the Flyers hoop. A tough job for Nate Winslow down there. He cannot run the baseline now. Has to keep his place as he does get it into Luke Cox. Across now into the corner. Driving baseline is Ogden to the hoop. He lays it in. Jonah Ogden cuts the lead to 4. It's 8-4 with 5.5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Pass down inside to Robinson. Now into the corner to Rice. Rice directs traffic, fires it across to Anderson. Now again to Rice in the corner. He fires a three that won't go. Good rebound by Robinson, up strong and puts it in. 10-4 the lead for East St. Louis. We're not even at 3 minutes in yet. 5:05 to go in this first quarter. Across with it. It's Drew Straub, sophomore, for the Knights. Around the horn, Tennis on the dribble. He works against Richard Robinson. Three on the way, won't go for Cox, and the long rebound grabbed by Hargrove. He wants to run. He looks ahead into the corner. Out to Rice, now to Rice, outside now on the drive. It gets away from Anderson. Nice pass inside to Elijah Rice, who lays it up and in. Flyers getting to the hoop at will right now. As Anderson will get it, as Winslow gets it across. Three in the corner is good for Jonah Ogden. And it might take three-pointers all night long. Cornelius LaFleur's shot is long. Rebound to Triad. In a hurry. Tennis into the corner. Three bounces off. No good. Long rebound loose on the floor. Picked up by Hargrove. Fires it up court. Just a little long for Rice. Oh, back outside. Nice move by Cornelius LaFleur as he got Jonah Ogden up in the air, and Ogden just picked up his second foul. 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. And Tentis will take a seat. Also checking in Joe Wade, and you got to figure that Ogden's got to come out. No, that's not Ogden either. Winslow takes a seat. Ogden remains in with his 3 fouls. The senior, Coach Hunt, hopes can play maturely with them. Jumper is no good. Rebound loose. Now still loose. Picked up by Joe Wade. Fires it across and it gets away. Last touched by East St. Louis LaFleur. And Triad will retain possession. Now Ogden checks out as Winslow comes back into the ballgame. Winslow, junior. Jonah Ogden with that second foul, by the way. He is the only senior on Triad. A very youthful team. As they use the whole 5 seconds, get it into Jared Willis. Across to Straub. Now across the timeline. Jumper, 3 points on the way. Won't go. Rebound grabbed by the Knights, up and no good. Rebound tipped off. And last touch by the Flyers. Triad will have it. 3:21 to go here in the first quarter. It's 12-7 in favor of East St. Louis. First sub in for East St. Louis is number 4, Travion James. Also coming in, Armand Williams. He's 6'8". So the Flyers just get bigger. Elijah Rice sits down at 6'3", and he's replaced by a big old 6'8", Armand Williams. And it comes to Luke Cox. Ball stolen away. Heading down court with him just into the ball game. But Travion James has it blocked away, but a good follow up there for Richard Robinson. 14-7. 3 on the way for Triad's an air ball. Gathered, rebound gathered by Joe Wade. Outside to Winslow. Wade thinks about the 3. Now Straub. Flyers in a zone. Jumper from the free throw line won't go for Winslow. Long rebound to East St. Louis. Quick pass ahead. 3 from the corner for James is good. Fake 3 for a Triad, and a pass behind the back for Nate Winslow. Yeah, you don't throw that pass and stay in the ball game very much if it's not caught. As checking in will be Sam Yeager back into the game along with Michael Tennis. Nate Winslow will sit down, as will Luke Cox. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. It's 17-7. Hargrove plays catch outside with Anderson. Now Hargrove with the 3. No good on this one. Long rebound gathered by Triad. Smart move by Michael Tennis, just lets them all go by to come down the court unimpeded. With it is Straub. Off to the right wing to Yeager. Three on the way. It is off the iron. No good. Rebound to Hargrove. Long pass ahead to Robinson. Nice lob dunk to Armand Williams. Beautiful pass from Robinson to Williams. Nice cut to the hoop by Wills, but loses the handle. Taken away by James, and he loses the handle coming up court. Taken right back by Triad, Michael Tennis. Across to Yeager into the corner. Three on the way is good. Jared Willis. That cuts the 12-point lead down to 9. It's 19-10. Three on the way is long for Williams. Rebound picked up by the Flyers on the drive. Anderson rolls it in. Jashawn Anderson's first points of the night. It's 21-10 with a minute to go here in quarter number 1. Sam Yeager will bring it across up into the corner to Willis. And on the dribble, Tennis. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. I don't think Triad's looking to, I was going to say, I don't think they were looking to hold. They were just being patient and then threw it away. Good steal by Hargrove. Anderson with it, fires across to Robinson. Hargrove likes that spot in the corner. All misses it just a little bit to the side. Rebound to Anderson. He heads to the hoop, lays it up, and off. Rebound Armand Williams. He loses the handle, tipped away. He gathers. Outside now, though. The Flyers will reset. 18 seconds to go in the quarter. Plenty of time for East St. Louis to find a good shot. They lead by 11, 21-10. James on the dribble. Holds out between the circles. Hargrove again from the right side. James, 3 seconds to go. Deshaun Anderson's shot at the buzzer is too late after one period of play. It is East St. Louis 21. The Triad Knights 10. We'll be back in 1 minute.
For over 43 years, Bandy's Pharmacy has been your locally owned prescription for better health. With locations in Salem, Centralia, Mount Vernon, and Irvington, our fast, friendly, and professional pharmacists will take the time to explain your medications and give you the peace of mind that you deserve. Bandy's is also the area's largest provider of quality medical equipment solutions. And with a huge selection of medical uniforms and supplies, Bandy's Pharmacy and Medical Equipment truly is your prescription for better health.
Hi, this is Craig from Salem Tire Center. Our business is getting you on the road and keeping you there. That's why we're a proud provider of the Michelin tires, including the Michelin Defender family, Michelin's longest lasting tires on the road. Stop by today at Salem Tire Center, Route 50 and I-57 in Salem, or call us at 548-5045.
East St. Louis Flyers leading by 11. Here's we'll begin quarter number 2. And they'll sound out Trevion James along with Jabril Oliveira into the ball game now. In addition to Carlton King. Also Kendez Basquine. And in the corner, 3 from James on the way. Bounces out, no good. Rebound grabbed by Williams, and he puts it up and in. Armand Williams with 4 now, as the Flyers put 7 players into the scoring column into that first quarter. Luke Cox drives on Williams, fires it across. 3 from the corner on the way is good. Michael Tennis cuts the lead to 10, 23-13. 7:15 to go here in quarter number 1. Quarter number 2, half number 1. James holds, fires it around. They look down low, then find in the corner Williams, and his pass back out is stolen away at the wing on the way to the hoop. Shot up, runner won't go. Tip up from Yeager is good. Yeager gets his first points of the evening, and that cuts that lead to 8. The largest lead was 13 for East St. Louis. They led by 11 at the beginning of the quarter, went up by 13, and on that shot, the rebound to Triad, they can cut it to 5 or 6, depending on what kind of made shot. 3 from the corner. It's off the iron. Long rebound gathered by Triad. And 2 shots coming up for Jonah Ogden. Jabril Oliveira picks up the foul. Just the second foul against East St. Louis tonight. Oliveira is a junior. First free throw, no good for Ogden. It's the first trip to the free throw line for Triad. He missed them both. Rebound comes down to Candez Basquine. Across the timeline with it is Oliveira over to King, and pass intended back to King. King needed to be as tall as maybe his teammates Terrence Hargrove or possibly Armand Williams to get to that one, as that was well high. Timeout is taken. We'll take one as well. East St. Louis leads 23-15. We'll be back in 30.
Are you going out of town for a vacation or a weekend getaway? What are you going to do with your dog? That's easy. There's Jaggers Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. Jaggers Doggy Daycare is your one-stop shop for overnight dog boarding, doggy daycare, as well as dog grooming and obedience dog training. It's your dog's home away from home, and they will thrive, and they'll get one-on-one attention by a great staff. More information is available on the web at jaggersdoggydaycare.com. Jaggers Doggy Daycare, 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon.
This timeout for Coach Mark Chambers of East St. Louis. He is his lead down from 13 to 8, and gave up the ball there. He wants to make sure that the Flyers are playing with a focus. To the high post it goes to Winslow. Looks into the corner. Open 3 on the way is good for Jonah Ogden. And that cuts that lead to 5. What was 13, now 5. Under 6 minutes to go in this first half. Back into the ballgame, Terrence Hargrove along with Jashawn Anderson. Cornelius LaFleur back in, as well as Richard Robinson. 3 on the way from Hargrove. Off the back iron, no good. And a rebound taken down by Triad. Basically a line change for the Flyers. The starters all back in. Off to the right wing, it goes to Ogden. Tennis now to Yeager. Cut and run by Ogden, but it's knocked away and out of bounds. It will remain Triad basketball as Drew Straub checks into the ballgame, replacing Sam Yeager. The 5'9" sophomore. 23-18, 5:17 to go here in this first half. Back and forth game. Flyers have led by as many as 13. Now when they put their substitutes in, the lead went back down. Now right back it was still now it's down to 5 with 5 minutes to go here in half number 1. Tennis outside to Cox. Over to Ogden. Ogden, nice move to his right, drops it into the corner. And Winslow's jumper is short, just over the head of Jashawn Anderson. Anderson with the long rebound, heads down court, misses the layup, rebound tipped up, no good. But Cornelius LaFleur will head to the free throw line for a pair. Straub picks up the foul for the Triad Knights as LaFleur to the line for the first time. East St. Louis has been there just twice already. They were 2 for 2. That was Elijah Rice earlier. 3 for 3. Just the 3rd point this quarter in 3 minutes 19 seconds after the first quarter where the Flyers had 21. Missed the second one. Rebound comes down to Triad. Here come the Knights. Up with it is Cox into the corner. 3 on the way is off the iron. It won't go. Rebound to East St. Louis. Robinson around the horn. Anderson looks in the corner. Now to the high post it goes to Terrence Hargrove. Cross court around into the corner to Robinson. Flyers very patient as the Triad Knights play its zone. Triad Knights kind of in a 2-3 zone, and they look for Hargrove down low. Spin, shot won't go. Rebound comes down to the Knights. Long pass ahead, nearly stolen. It is taken away. Robinson tips it ahead, and that pass intended for an alley-oop. And now a foul in back court. As Nate Winslow was heading down court, he was hacked. Robinson picks up his first foul, number 3 against East St. Louis with 3:51 to go in this first half. 24-18, East St. Louis leading by 6. Ogden will walk it across, working against Rice. Now out top with it. Straub, 3 on the way. A long 3 is good for Luke Cox. His first points of the game, and now it's a 3-point game. Anderson drops it down to Elijah Rice. Pardon me, Robinson. And he puts it in. There's a steal by the Flyers. Long pass ahead. LaFleur to the hoop. He puts it up and in, and he's fouled. LaFleur will head back to the free throw line for the and one. Count the hoop. And the foul's going to go against Nate Winslow. As LaFleur 1 for 2 from the line. Bounces 2 sets of bounces and puts it in. Now 2 out of 3 from the line. He's got 7 points. I believe that leads all scorers. It sure does. Check that, Ogden with 8. Long pass ahead. Fake 3 from Tennis. Cross court jumper from the right wing is just short from Ogden. Jashawn Anderson quickly the other way to the hoop, puts it up, it won't go. Long rebound, fired out to Triad the Knights, and goaltending. Count the hoop for Luke Cox. No foul as the ball went in anyway. Robinson got a hand on it coming down. It's 2:48 to go in the first half, 29-23. This pace more like probably what East St. Louis likes, with an average score of 65, 64 points a game. But the Triad Knights sticking with them. 2:40 to go here in the first half. Anderson, they lob it down low to Robinson. Cross court. 3 on the way from LaFleur is no good, but he's fouled. And that's going to be Luke Cox picking up his first, and LaFleur, I believe, he's going to get 3 shots. He sure will. 5 team fouls now against Triad. LaFleur with a chance to put his team back up by 9 if he hits them all. Second one up coming for LaFleur, the senior, 6-footer. He's 2 for 2 this trip, as Nate Winslow will check back into the ball game for Triad. It's 31-23 with 2.5 minutes to go. Third of 3 coming up for Cornelius LaFleur. He got it. So back to a 9-point lead, 32-23. Flyers remain in that zone press. Now 1-1-1-1-1-2. As Triad gets it across, but stolen away. Quick pass ahead to LaFleur. He lays it up and in. And timeout taken by Triad with 2:19 to go here in the first half. Back to 11-point game. It's 34-23. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Commitment. At Salem Rural King, commitment is serving your community the way we would want to be served. Commitment is a newly renovated store with more hard-to-find items for the whole family. Commitment is knowing that when you shop at Rural King, you'll find everything you need in one stop. Farm, home, sporting, automotive, clothing, and much more. Come on over to Salem Rural King and
quick pass intended in for Yeager and stolen away by Jashawn Anderson. He throws it right off of Yeager's chest, and it'll be a turnover, East St. Louis basketball. What a nice athletic play by Jashawn Anderson. Drop pass down low for Hargrove is stolen away, or stolen right back by Triad. Now stolen right back by the Flyers. Robinson up to Anderson. Lob to Robinson. It's a little out of his reach. Ball taken out of the air by Jared Willis. Long pass up ahead to Winslow and stolen away to Robinson. He puts it up, no good. Tip from Hargrove, won't go. And rebound taken down by Willis. And they're going to call a foul. I don't know if it's going to be on Hargrove or on, it is on Hargrove. Hargrove just picked up his second foul, and he'll head to the bench for the last minute 43. Well, I guess he won't. I thought he was coming out. Armand Williams checks in. That's just the fourth team foul against East St. Louis. Lob pass tipped up and in by Nate Winslow. 34-25, down to a 9-point lead. Minute and a half to go here in the first half. You're watching the Salem Invitational Tournament here on Wabash Catch TV. If you're online looking at YouTube, if you need to look for YouTube, it's Wabash Catch TV West. Hargrove, a wild shot, won't go. Long rebound grabbed by Ogden, fires ahead to Yeager. He loses the handle, gets away with a double dribble, gets it back out to Ogden. Ogden around the horn, into the corner, fake three on the drive. Now the ball taken away by Hargrove. He sprints down court. He's going to the hoop. Nice Euro step, and he lays it up and in. Terrence Hargrove with the best drive we've seen him make tonight. Maybe the best drive of the game. 36-25. 50 seconds remaining here in the half. Luke Cox fires a three and hits. He's got 8 points in the half, all in this quarter. Cuts the lead to 8. It was 11. Now 36-28. East St. Louis going to hold for the final shot, presumably. They probably do that when your stud duck center is carrying 2 fouls this late in the half, and you still have him on the court, Hargrove. You don't want him to have another defensive possession. I like the move. 10 seconds to go. Anderson drops it into the corner to LaFleur, on the wing anyway. Now he looks into the corner, ball tipped away, and it will remain with East St. Louis with just 3.4 seconds remaining. LaFleur to toss in. You got to look for a maybe a lob to Hargrove or Williams. Long pass to Hargrove. Back outside, three on the way. It's good. Off glass for Elijah Rice. And with that long three-pointer, that makes the halftime score East St. Louis 39. The Triad Knights 28. And we'll be back with statistics and plenty more stuff for you here from the Salem Invitational Tournament on Wabash Catch TV. Back after these.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Don't buy from strangers, buy local. With national communication providers, you may be forced to try to get help from a call center across the country. Who needs the aggravation? Choose Wabash Communications instead. Our employees are local, so you'll be treated like a neighbor whenever you call or stop by, and you'll get straightforward pricing without any gimmicks or hidden cost. Plus, we actively support the communities we serve through monetary and in-kind donations. Put your money where your heart is. Here at home, visit wabash.net to express your interest in Wabash Fiber.
At Back & Body Works Chiropractic, we help you feel better naturally. Our naturopathic treatments are for the whole family, from newborns to the elderly. We offer auriculotherapy for smoking cessation and appetite control. We use acupuncture to improve health and well-being in the mind and body. Our high-quality supplements are made from organic, whole foods and herbs for adults and children. We also offer exercise classes for women of every age, size, and fitness level. We are conveniently located at 101 South Main Street on the square in Louisville.
Call my mommy.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Marion County Savings Bank is partnering with local businesses and encouraging customers to support local through its new Fusion checking account.
Come on by me, best to pick good barbecue.
Fusion checking comes with an app that makes it easy to find and use deals from participating businesses. You simply click on the coupon and show your phone to the merchant. It's that simple.
I'm Sharon Evans from Produce Plus, and I love my bank.
Stop by or open an account online at MarionCountySavings.com.
I'm Mike Dye from Max Dye Incorporated. Since 1964, we've been doing business with one simple idea. Treat people right, and they'll come back. So whether you're shopping for a new GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or pre-owned vehicle, or need service, we can help. Our qualified sales representatives and expert auto technicians provide you with straightforward, no-hassle shopping and service every time. Come see what we mean when we say hometown friendly, the way car shopping should be at Max Dye Incorporated in Salem.
At Rollinson's in Salem, we take pride in offering American-made appliances by Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid, plus we service everything we sell. Shop our showroom of cabinetry and countertops. Not sleeping well on your current mattress? Hurry on over and see what Serta quality is like. Our flooring stands alone in selection and price, bringing you Mohawk brands that you know and trust. Stop in today and let us help you get the best results for every room in your house.
Welcome to the world of custom embroidery. Shirt Tales is here to service all of your embroidery and screen printing needs. From ball caps to teddy bears, we have it all custom made for your business or personal needs. We also sell Green Mountain grills and all the necessary products for your backyard barbecue. Call us today at 662-2451 or stop by 134 West North Avenue in Flora or visit us online at shirt-tales.net.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
And welcome back here to B.E. Gum Gymnasium here on the campus of Salem Community High School. At the half of game one, first game of 11 in the Salem Invitational Tournament. The East St. Louis Flyers lead the Triad Knights by 11, 39-28. Pretty good first quarter for the Flyers as they outscored Triad 21-10. Triad kind of put it together, hit some threes, hit more threes in that second quarter, as they and the Flyers each scored 18 points apiece. Go over a rundown here of the scoring for Triad. They're led here at the half by Jonah Ogden. He has 8 points, couple of threes and a deuce. 0 for 2 from the free throw line for Jonah. And Luke Cox also with 8 points. He's got a couple of threes and a deuce as well. 4 points for Nate Winslow. A couple of deuces. 3 points apiece for Jared Willis on a three-pointer and Michael Tennis on a three-pointer. And Sam Yeager had a field goal for 2. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 three-pointers made in that half for Triad. And with quarters of 10 and 18, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Only one player with multiple fouls for Triad. That's Jonah Ogden. He has a couple of fouls. For East St. Louis, they're led here at the half by Cornelius LaFleur. He's got 12 points on a three-pointer, a couple of deuces, and he was 5 out of 6 from the free throw line, including he hit all 3 of a three-point free throw attempt. Hit all 3 shots after being fouled on a three-pointer. He has 12. 7 points for Elijah Rice. He had a 3 and a deuce, as well as a couple of free throws, 2 for 2. 6 for Richard Robinson, 3 deuces. 5 for Terrence Hargrove. He had a 3 and a 2. 4 for Armand Williams. He had that alley-oop dunk there in the first half. And 3 for Travion James. He hit a three-pointer in that first quarter. And Jay-Sean Anderson also with 2 points. The Flyers 7 out of 8 from the free throw line in that first half. Only one player with multiple fouls for East St. Louis. That's Terrence Hargrove. And of course, Hargrove, I mentioned earlier, he has signed a letter of intent to go to St. Louis University. So he hasn't sat with foul trouble yet, but he has maybe been forced to play a little bit more tentatively than he would prefer. This just the first of 2 games tonight. Second game this evening will feature Mount Vernon, the Rams, taking on the Effingham Flaming Hearts. That game will start after this, probably approximately 15-20 minutes. Of course, that's night 1 of the Invitational. Night 2 tomorrow night will be right here again. Two Topless playing Centralia in game 1. That'll be at 6:30. Followed by the homestanding Salem Wildcats taking on Thornton Fractional North from Calumet City, Illinois in game 2 tomorrow night. Semifinals are Friday night, 6:30 and 8 o'clock. And the semifinals of the consolation bracket are Saturday morning at 11:30 and 1. The third place game is on Saturday at 5:30. Consolation championship 7 o'clock on Saturday night. And the big championship at 8 p.m. on Saturday evening. Should be a dandy. We'll be here all week long. Ready to start the second half. Jay-Sean Anderson, Richard Robinson, Elijah Rice, Cornelius LaFleur, and Terrence Hargrove onto the court for East St. Louis. For the Triad, Nate Winslow, Jonah Ogden, Luke Cox, Michael Tennis, and Sam Yeager. Triad will get the basketball first as Sam Yeager does get it in to Luke Cox. We are back underway. 39-28, an 11-point lead for East St. Louis. On the dribble, and Michael Tennis let the basketball get a little bit ahead of him and turned it over. A lot of turnovers in the early part of the game, but in that second quarter, boy, the teams were locking down a little bit better. Not nearly as many turnovers in that second quarter. Drive to the hoop, layup is good for Elijah Rice on a nice cut and pass from the corner from LaFleur. 3 on the way for Triad, bounces up and over the top, and it'll be a Flyers basketball. 41-28, matching the East St. Louis largest lead of the game. They led by 13 at one point in the first half. 7:15 to go. Three-pointer on the way is good for Cornelius LaFleur. He's got 15 points. And a quick jump out by the Flyers. They're going to trap in the half court and take it away. Hargrove dives to the floor for it, but he's going to get called for being out of bounds as he spun his legs, long legs, touching the floor out of bounds, and it'll give it to Triad. This pressure has worked extremely well for East St. Louis. Nearly a steal by Elijah Rice on that throw-in. Up ahead, Yeager with it. Y-A-G-E-R. Dribbling outside against Robinson. Gets it over to Cox. Cox drives baseline, has it taken away. Jashawn Anderson. Quick pass ahead. Hargrove misses the dunk. That was a long, high-flying dunk and just not quite enough on it. A lot of power, but not enough height. 3 from the corner from Hargrove won't go as well. It's 44-28 with 6:20 to go here in quarter number 3. I don't think they have the score right. 3 on the way, won't go. A rebound comes down to East St. Louis. Long pass ahead. 3 is up and good for LaFleur again. Cornelius LaFleur with his second three-pointer of this half. And that should make it 46 or 47, I would think. Timeout on the court. 5:51 to go in the third quarter. Taken by Coach Hunt. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Fairfield Memorial Hospital has been providing excellence in community health care since 1950. We are proud to offer a wide range of services in both the inpatient and outpatient settings. Horizon Healthcare, our rural health clinic, now has 3 locations to better serve our patients' needs. Patients can be seen at our Horizon Healthcare clinics in Fairfield, Sisney, and Grayville. Call us today to learn more about the services offered at Fairfield Memorial Hospital.
What? Yep. Welcome back to Salem. They got the score fixed on the scoreboard. It's 47-28, 19-point lead. Lead was just 13 coming into this second half. 11 coming into the second half. And Triad still looking for their first points. Only 2 minutes in, but boy, the Flyers really blitzing the Knights right now. Jumper from the corner won't go. Long rebound gathered by Anderson. He sprints down court, fires into the corner. 3 on the way, won't go. Rebound taken down by Yeager. Here come the Knights. Yeager with a little trouble outside, gets it over to Tennis. Now outside with it is Cox into the corner. Ogden down low, beautiful pass to Yeager, but he's in the land of the trees, and Armand Williams won't let him forget. Use that height advantage. Long pass ahead, 3 on the way for LaFleur, no good this time. And here comes Triad. Down by 19 on the drive. Yeager shot blocked again. Boy, the Triad Knights having difficulty going inside, that's for sure. And Elijah Rice into the corner. They find Terrence Hargrove down low, lays it up and in. Hargrove now with 7. And it's a 21-point lead. Fake 3 from Tennis. Picked up by Williams. Boy, the Flyers are just so long, they make it very difficult to do much offensively. Jumper from the right side is off the iron, no good. And out of bounds, last touch by Triad. Straub comes in. This is Drew Straub, sophomore 6-footer. He'll replace sophomore 5'9", Sam Yeager. So Triad still looking for their first points of the second half. The Flyers with the basketball. They try to pass it down to Hargrove. Stolen away. Up with it to Ogden. Ogden works inside or works outside against Travion James. Now in the left corner. Fakes a move down the baseline. Goes to the elbow jumper. Up off the iron. Or off glass. No good. Long pass down court. And a big dunk for Armand Williams. High percentage shots for Armand Williams. He's got a couple of dunks and a short layup. 51-28 in favor of East St. Louis. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third. It's a 23-point contest. Into the corner. It goes to Winslow. Drive to the hoop. Shot won't go. Rebound again. Taken down by East St. Louis. We've got a huge quarter going. They've outscored them 12-0. And on the drive, Anderson is fouled. He'll head to the free throw line for the and one. First foul this half against either team. And that's going to go against Luke Cox. So, to the free throw line goes Deshaun Anderson for the and one. This is his first trip. And it's all of a sudden a 25, make it 26-point lead. Boy, East St. Louis hits their free throws. They're 8 out of 9. Pass stolen away, tipped off by Rice and picked up by Anderson. Up ahead to Hargrove. Nice pass to Rice. They find Williams again down low. And Armand another high percentage shot. A 17-0 run to start this second half. Heavens to Betsy. And another steal by Anderson. That one got away from Cox. Quick pass ahead. They dunk for Terrence Hargrove. How about that one? And timeout again taken by Triad, down by 30 in a heartbeat, 58-28 with 2:49 to go. In the third quarter, we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Make Wabash Internet your superpower and fly through downloads at super fast speeds. You'll feel like a superhero flying faster than a speeding bullet with Wabash's fiber internet. You'll have the power you need for all your online activities, from streaming movies to online gaming. We offer speeds up to 1 gig. Visit wabash.net to express your interest in Wabash Fiber. Certain restrictions apply. Contact us for complete details.
Wrong again. Welcome back here to Salem. I have it at 59-28, but the bench has it at 58-28. Either way, it's a 30-point contest. And the rule is if you get a 30-point lead, I believe it's at any point in the game, the fourth quarter is a continuous clock. I think I'm right on that. Triad just struggling right now to get a shot as they drop it down low to Joe Wade. Wade back outside. Nice move by Cox. Over it goes to Willis. And on the drive, Wade's shot blocked out of there. Foul is going to be called against the Flyers. Going to go against Terrence Hargrove.
So Flyers number 34, Terrence Hargrove Jr. is third. Team's first.
And it will be Joe Wade to the free throw line. His first trip there. He'll be there for two shots. First one of two for the junior is good.
For Triad number 1, Nate Winslow at number 13, Michael Gentes. And setting in for the Flyers number 30, Jacro Ibarra.
Second one coming up for Wade is on the way, and it is good as well. Well, the Knights need a dose. Just want to get something going this half. The blitzkrieg has been on as a three-pointer from the top of the key bounces short for Hargrove. Pass ahead to Ogden. Drops it down for Winslow. Cuts to the hoop, well defended Outside Wade now finds an open Winslow for three. It's good. Cuts that lead back to 25, 58-33, a minute 55 to go here in the third quarter. Long three on the way, it's good for Jabril Oliveira. Jabril Oliveira. 61-33. Well, East St. Louis in command. This was pretty close. They had 11 points at the half, but a close 11. If you watch the second quarter, each team scored 18 in that second quarter, but this third quarter has been dominated by East St. Louis. There's a three coming back for Michael Tennis. A couple of three-point field goals for Triad. And Coach Hunt realized that going inside wasn't working out. Another one for Oliveira, won't go this time. And with 58 seconds to go in the third, East St. Louis with a 25-point lead, 61-36. Near steal, it is taken away by Oliveira, lobs it ahead, and the James up and in. Count the hoop. Foul's going to go against Michael Tennis, his first, number 2 against Triad, as count the hoop for Trevion James. And he goes to the line for the and one. Makes it a 27-point lead, at least 27 on the clock. I've got it different in my book. And he will hit the free throw. I said James. I think I've been calling him James all night long. I wrote down James. It's Jones. I'm sorry, Trevion. And he hits the free throw. It's 64-36. Old Eyes. On the dribble, pass to Cox, 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Cox loses the handle, taken away by Jones. He heads down court, lays it up and in. And that bumps the lead back to 30 with 12 seconds to go in the third. Three on the way for Triad, short. Rebound grabbed by the Knights, up and no good. Rebound taken by the Flyers. Is there enough time for a long three? No, there's enough time for it, but it won't go. After three quarters, it is East St. Louis 66, Triad 36. We'll be back in 1 minute.
It won't always be new. It won't always be clean. It won't always be flawless. But it'll always be yours. So how do you know it'll be protected? To solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help. With auto insurance.
See me, Alex Atwood in Sisney, for your insurance and financial needs.
When you build with Morton Buildings, you build something that lasts. And now you can build for less during Building Value Days. If you're dreaming of a personal storage building, horse barn, farm storage, home, office, insulated workshop, or even a commercial facility, take advantage of our discounted pricing on new buildings now through February 28, 2019. So don't delay. Visit MortonBuildings.com for more information.
St. Louis to start things off in this running clock fourth quarter. Shot up, no good, but rebound Jones, and he'll put it in. Trevion Jones, he's having a nice evening as he has 10 points now. And we'll have a running clock the rest of the way. Triad in at 8 and 10, knew they had their hands full, and fouled heading to the hoop. Nate Winslow will head to the free throw line for a pair, as Kendez Basquine picks up the foul. His first, only the second team foul this half against East St. Louis. East St. Louis plays pretty clean. They move fast enough that they don't get caught up in screens and such. They play pretty fast. 1 for 2 for Winslow. As the Flyers head down court, Flyers will move ahead, barring a miraculous rally with the running clock. The Flyers will move ahead to the right side of the bracket, and Triad will fall to the left side. Flyers will play again Friday night at 6:30 against the winner of our second game this evening, Mount Vernon or Effingham, the Flaming Hearts. First free throw, no good for Carlton King. Hits a second. Yeah, before that one, the Flyers had hit like 6, make it 6 in a row, and they were 9 out of 10 from the line. That foul's going to go against Carlton King. As checking into the ball game for the first time is Kentrell Cox. He's a sophomore for East St. Louis, along with Andre Gillespie. Keep it right here after the game as I'll give you a rundown of the scoring. Then we'll take a short break between ball games and come back with the following game. That shot up, so the rebound shot up and good for Winslow. He's fouled. He'll head to the free throw line. Until Kentrell Cox gets into the book. So yeah, we'll keep it right here after when the game ends, and I'll give the scoring rundown, and then we'll sign off for just a short period of time, short break between the ball games. Let the camera people go get something to drink, and we'll be back for the Effingham Mount Vernon ball game shortly thereafter. Drive to the hoop, shot is up, won't go. Rebound tipped away, and it will go to East St. Louis. Checking in for Triad, Drew Straub back into the ball game.
Also stepping into the next number 10, Jared Willis.
Good night for Cornelius LaFleur. He leads all scorers with 18 points as he hit 3 3-pointers. He had a solid night. I think he's probably done now. Jumper up and no good. We're under 4 minutes to play here in the basketball game. And a nice drive up and in for Nate Winslow. Winslow's putting himself together a second half. He's got 12 points total. 3 on the way is good for Carlton King. (72-41) with 3:25 remaining in the basketball game. Straub working against King. Shot up, rebound comes down to Gillespie. Andre lob pass up, but the tip for the shot for Jones is blocked away. And the foul at backcourt's going to go against Kendez Basquine. It'll be a Triad basketball underneath their own hoop.
Taking for Triad number 2, Carson Milligan, number 11, Joe Wade.
Carson Milligan checks in, number 2 for Triad. Also checking in, Joe Wade back in. He has it down on the block. Tries to drop it down to Drew Straub. The ball knocked away and out of bounds. He'll go back to East St. Louis with 2:28 remaining. Commanding second half here by the East St. Louis Flyers. Off on the side. On the dribble, it is Cox on driving baseline, stepping out of bounds, I believe. Stepping out of bounds was Kendez Basquine. He's yet to score. as Triad will play on Saturday morning at 11:30. Nice reverse layup, won't fall. Rebound comes down to Brian Calhoun. Long pass ahead to the hoop, and a charge is going to go against Jaylon Jones.
Number 35, Jaylon Jones, his first team's fifth. Correction, team 6.
As the second half has been a nightmare for Triad. But you move on, you get ready for Saturday. 72-41, the lead. There's a steal by Jaylon Jones. He heads up court to the hoop. The runner is good. Jaylon. And a steal almost for Brian Calhoun. Three from the corner on the way is short. 35 seconds to go. Lob pass to Jones this time. He dunks it down. A couple of late field goals for Jones. And a pass down low. Nice pass down low to Cale Elmore. He lays it up and in. As we are determining final score, and that will probably do it, as East St. Louis is going to run it out. Big second half for the Flyers, and they're going to defeat the Triad Knights by a final of 76-43. As I'm running down the numbers, I'm ready to go. Leading the way for Triad with 12 points was Nate Winslow. He was 1 for 3 from the free throw line. He had a 3 and 4 2-point field goals. 8 points apiece for Jonah Ogden, a couple of threes and a deuce. 0 for 2 from the free throw line for his 8. Also 8 points for Luke Cox. He had a couple of threes and a deuce all in the first half. Ogden's points were all in the first half as well. Joe Wade finished with 2 points. He was 2 for 2 from the line. Michael Tennis, 6 points, hit a couple of threes. 2 for Cale Elmore on that late jump or late layup. Nice drive. And Sam Yeager finished with 2 points as well, as the Knights had quarters of 10-18. A tough second half, 8 and 7 in the third and fourth quarters for the East St. Louis Flyers. They're led here tonight by Cornelius LaFleur. He finished with 18 points, 3 3-pointers, a couple of deuces, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. 10 points apiece for Elijah Rice and Travion Jones, as Rice had a couple of threes and 2 for 2 from the free throw line, hit a deuce. Jones with 1 3-pointer, 3 deuces, and 1 for 1 from the line. Did I say 9 points for Terrence Hargrove? He had a 3. Opened the game with a 3 and had 3 deuces. Also, Armand Williams finished with 8. 4 field goals of really non-varying difficulty. They're all dunks. He had a good night. Nice dunking night for Armand Williams. 6 points for Richard Robinson, as he had 3 field goals. 5 for Jashawn Anderson. He had a couple of field goals and 1 for 1 from the free throw line. 4 for Carlton King. He had a 3, 1 for 2 from the line. 4 for Jaylon Jones. A couple of field goals and 3 points for Jabro Oliveira, as the Flyers had quarters of 21-18 and a big 27-8 third quarter. 10 points in that fourth quarter with a running clock. The East St. Louis Flyers knock off Triad 76-43. Thanks again to all of our sponsors for bringing you tonight's action. This first game, the second game upcoming between the Mount Vernon Rams and the Effingham Flaming Hearts. And we'll be back with game 2 in just a moment. So long for just a while.